Welcome to my channel and my new video. And if you are into watch related content, please subscribe. So thank you. Over here I have the new Gshock, the GA B001. Casio says it's their new line of watches. Now we have seen a Gshock line integrating Bluetooth and using carbon core guard. I guess those were all tests and trials, combinations of styles and designs. Now we finally have a line that fully embraces Bluetooth and carbon core guard. At least that is how I see it. The module number 001 indicates that there will be more of them, and that is good news. The watch itself is cool, kinda different, but every Gshock is kinda different, yet the same. What catches my eye are the layers in the dial, hour markings, and especially the 12-hour marking, which, to me, resembles a crown. Casio claims this watch has two different bezels, which come together at 9 and 3 o'clock, contributing to complexity and something new for Gshock line. I have to say that carbon core guard has really done a lot to reduce weight and size of Gshock watches. They are no longer a big chunky bodybuilder and law enforcement watches. And the best poster watch for that is the GA 2100. I am excited to see what will this new line of watches look like. For now, it comes in just few colors. I chose this turquoise blue, which is somehow translucent, and you can see some components. You can definitely see the bracelet is integrated and screwed to the case. Bracelet is also very stiff and plastic is thicker than usual. Guess it will last longer. Buckle and strap holder are plastic, designed to fit the watch style. When you get to hold the watch, you can feel that this plastic used to make a strap is somehow different. Again, we can see Casio playing with design components and integrating styles from different watches. Here we see a digital sub-dial that resembles the one on GA 2100 or GA 2200 or even GST B500. Well, you get the point. The mode wheel is very trippy looking, and until you focus, you cannot see what is it pointing to. I guess that is drawback. And also, while I'm mentioning drawbacks, I have said it many times before, but these negative displays just don't work for me. Sure, you can read the time just fine with Illumination, which is great. It even got backlight. And most of us instinctively look at analog hands to see what's the time. But nevertheless, it's still a drawback to me. The dimensions are pretty reasonable. Here it is on my 7-inch wrist. Looks just fine. The Gshock app will let you fiddle around your watch. It's very useful and cool. You can set your watch and see the data. Yet, in the later part of this video, I will show you how to set your watch using just the watch buttons. From other selling bullet points, I would stand out that this watch is 200 meters water resistant. Battery life is approximately 2 years, and using the app, the watch will be able to auto-adjust the time. Now, let's move on to tutorial part. I'm gonna show you how to set the time, date, and other watch functions. Just to remind you that through all of these functions, you can go using the application. Nevertheless, I'm gonna run through them using just the watch. So, let's get started. From the standard timekeeping mode, press and hold the upper left button until you hear the beep. So, let's go. And there it is. First in a row of settings is setting our time zone. And as you can see, hands are moving out of the way, so we have better access to our digital dial because it's important. And the Paris is flashing or showing, but you can find your time zone by pressing the light button or start button to move it up or down through the cities. I'm gonna find Paris and leave it at Paris because that is my time zone. Next up, press the mode button and we move on to setting our summertime value. Currently it says auto, basically that is the daylight saving time mode. Is it turned on, off, or is it automatically? Now, in my time zone, currently it's off since a couple of days ago, but I'm gonna leave it at auto because presumably this watch is going to be connected to Bluetooth and the watch will receive the auto information. Next up, press the mode button and we are in the position of setting our seconds value. As you can see, seconds over here are flashing, and I cannot set the exact value of seconds, but what can I do is reset that value by simply pressing the start button, and it will reset to 0. Next up, press the mode button once again, and we are in the position of setting our hours value. As you can see, it's flashing 2, and just beside it, it says P, indicating that it's in the PM region. The time format will be set later in the video, but nevertheless, you can shuffle the value of hours by pressing the light button or start button. I'm gonna leave it at 2 because it is 2 p.m. in my region. Once you're done with hours, press the mode button, and flashing has moved on to the minutes value over here. Now, to set the minutes value, press the light or start button. Let me see what is the time exactly. It is 7 minutes, so let's find the number 7. In this case, I'm pressing the light button, and there it is. Next up, press the mode button, and we move on to setting our year value. As you can see, 2022 is flashing, but I can increase or decrease the value by pressing the light or start button until I get my year value correct. Once I'm done, press the mode button, and I'm now in the position of setting my month value. It's flashing number 11, indicating the month of November, and it is correct, but I can shuffle it up or down by pressing the light or start button. Next up, once you're done with your month value, press the mode button, and flashing moves on to number 7. In this case, that is the day value. And today is November the 7th, but I can move it up or down by pressing the light or start button again. Once we have set our day value, press the mode button, and we are in the position of setting our timekeeping format. Pressing the start button, you're shuffling between 24 and 24-hour timekeeping format. I'm gonna leave it at 24-hour timekeeping since it's easier and that's how I like it. Next up, press the mode button, and we are in the position of setting our date display format. Over here, it says m.dd, indicating that the date will be displayed in accordance with this value. So first month and then the date value. Next up, press the start button, and you are shuffling basically between the first 2 digits showing the day number, the day value, and the next one shows the month value. So is it going to be 7th of November or November the 7th? Basically, that's it, and you're shuffling between that representation of your day value. I'm going to leave it at this because that's how I like it. Next up, press the mode button, and we are in the position of setting our day of the week language. As you can see, it's flashing English or ENG, but pressing the start button over here, I'm shuffling between English, Spanish, French, German, Italian, Russian, and back to English. I'm gonna leave it at English. Press the mode button once you're done with your day of the week language, and we move on to operation tone. Is it enabled or disabled? When it says key, it indicates that it's enabled, but when I press the start button, it's gonna be muted. So pressing the start button, you will shuffle it between on or muted. I'm gonna leave it at on. Next up, press the mode button, and we are in the position of setting our illumination duration. What it is? Well, basically, when you press your light button, the watch face will stay lit on according to this number. Right now, it's flashing number 1, indicating that when I press the light button, the watch screen will stay lit on for 1.5 seconds. When I press the start button and it moves to number 3, that means that when I press the light button, the watch face will stay lit on for 3 seconds. So basically, by pressing the start button, you are shuffling between illumination duration of 1.5 seconds and 3 seconds. Let me set it to 1.5 seconds because I believe that's the optimum. Once you're done with that, press the mode button once again, and you are in the position of setting your auto adjust value. What it is? Well, now whilst in this position, you can see that I cannot do anything because I haven't connected this watch to a phone. So basically I cannot set it on or off, but what it is, well, when you connect your watch to your phone, the watch will receive auto time adjustment up to 4 times a day. So it will basically correct your time every day, or up to 4 times a day. And you can only set this setting when you connect your watch with your phone. Once you're done with this setting, press the mode button once again, and we are back at the beginning and setting our time zone. And we have ran through the cycle of setting the time and date and other functions on this watch. To implement the settings, simply press the adjust button once, and now the watch will implement the settings and the analog time should correspond to your digital time over here. And I'm going to show you how to align your watch hands or adjust your watch hands. What it is? Well, basically it is syncing your analog and digital time. So let's get started with the hand alignment. From the standard timekeeping mode, press and hold the upper left button for 5 seconds and release it once you hear the double beep, and I'm going to show you when to release it. So pay attention to my upper left finger. Let's go. Press and hold, 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 and now release it when the sub appears over here and the watch releases the double beep. As you can see, right now my gear hand or mode hand is aligned over here, and it should be aligned or pointed exactly at info on the dial, and it is. But if it's not, you can press the light button or start button to move it. So pressing the light button, I'm moving it anti-clockwise, or pressing the start button, I'm moving it clockwise and aligning it exactly at info. And there it is. For me, that is properly aligned. Once I have synced or aligned my mode hand over here, I'm gonna press the mode button once, and the hour and minute hand should align exactly at 12 o'clock. And as you can see, they are aligned. But if they are not, again, I can press the light button to move it anti-clockwise. In this case, the apparent movement is of the minute hand, but our hand follows it accordingly. So pressing the light moves it anti-clockwise, and start button moves it clockwise. If it's way off, you can press and hold one of those two buttons and it will engage fast rotation. Pressing one of them again will stop it. As you can see, it moves slower in anti-clockwise fashion. Pressing the button will stop it. And now I'm pressing the start button to align it exactly at 12 o'clock. And once I've done, I have aligned my mode hand and my hour and minute hand. I'm gonna press the adjust button once. And my analog time should correspond to my digital time over here. It's 14 o'clock and 15 minutes in the digital time, so almost 16, and it is exactly, and it's correct. Now my analog and digital time are synced. Thank you very much for watching yet another video on my channel. This time it was the Gshock B001. And if you are into watch related content, please subscribe. Thank you.